Hi, I'm Dave. We're at our property and we got a pond here. About a month ago, the water was up to this bottom step here, and you can see how much it's evaporated over the time. We got a submersible sub pump in here. The pump cycles, it's a submersible pump. It cycles a few times a day, runs for an hour, hour and a half each time. And we're using it to stir up the water that formed an algae on the top of the surface. And you can see over there, it's just flowing into the water. It's actually been working pretty good. It keeps the water pretty clear. And the next thing we want to try to solve is the water level is dropping. So it's evaporating, and throughout the season it'll actually drop quite a bit. So right now we stuck 2 sticks in the ground, and I just put those in there as markers. And we actually have a well over here that normally has a hand pump on it, but we're going to try to put a utility pump, a transfer pump. It's actually got 2 garden hose outlets on it. So one will be garden hosed into the well, and then the other one will send it into the pond, and we'll see if we can add any more water to the pond. Just a little experiment. We'll see what we can do. So I will show you the next steps here. So this is the pump that I got. We just opened it up. I haven't got into it yet, but it's a pump that has a garden hose inlet on both sides, inlet and outlet. And then I got 2 garden hoses here. So one garden hose is 15 foot long. They actually got a hose with it. It's only 6 feet long. I don't know how low the water is in there. I don't think it's going to be too low. But this is what I'm going to be using. So we got a different color hose. I can use that as the clean water side that I'm going to stick into the well. And it shouldn't take very long to do. So I just broke the cap off the top of this. I just broke it loose with my pipe wrenches. There's pressure in there. So it was just covered up for the winter. So we had 2 barrels over it. It was wrapped in rags.
Must have got some water here. There's some water in this pipe here.
Yeah.
Or this crock.
Tank. Yep. So it did rain over the last week. I don't think that the
pond doesn't look like it went down, does it?
I don't think the pond went down.
Well, if we got a couple inches of water in here.
But the pond hasn't gone up either, so I've got to find the inlet to this. So here it shows outlet is on this side. So this side would be the inlet. There's a rubber gasket inside here. So yeah, do your best to keep it off the ground.
You gotta make sure it's, yeah, wipe it off or something. Now at this point we don't need to shock the well, right? At all?
No, it's just going into the pond. So
Okay.
I'm sure the fishies don't care.
Okay.
So because this is the entire hose and all the fittings are going into the well, you probably don't want the hose getting dirty either, so probably should try to keep the entire hose off the ground. But you might be able to hear the water as I'm pushing this in. I don't know if you can hear it scraping on the side. There's water.
So how far down do you think you are?
Well, here.
Geez, not very
I'm
far.
not 6 feet tall, so that's less than probably about 5.5 feet.
Wow.
So 5.5 feet to the top of the pipe, minus 1.5 foot, 2 foot above ground. So it's only 3 feet below the surface. And technically, it's probably, so we're going to go down further. It's probably the same level as what the pond is at.
Mm-hmm.
So I might be sucking water from here, pushing it in the pond, and it might be coming back underground, but we will see. Hopefully I suck more from here, it comes from everywhere else, and then just fills in the pond. So that'll be the in. And then this will be the out. So they don't want you to run the pumps dry. So I just got some bottled water. It's not doing too much. Probably going in backwards. But as soon as I plug in this, there's no switch on here. So on this one, as soon as I plug it in, it's probably going to start taking off.
That's so cool. Cool.
So I don't know if you noticed, I had it down in the water a little ways, but it ended up sucking all that water out, and then it went dry. So I got to make sure the hose is down far enough that it doesn't do that. We'll find out. This could be too powerful, and it doesn't recover quick enough, but we'll find out. So this is the hose that will reach to the pond. It's 100 feet, should reach. And I will uncoil it, and then we'll come back and we'll turn it on.
Probably could have done a 50-footer.
Huh?
We probably could have done a 50-footer.
Yep.
That's all right. Better to have more than not enough.
All right, I'm going to try to put this pump on so I can get the hose on. The pump on this and get the hose going a little bit further.
You say it again.
And put this drum here so I can get the hose going to the pipe a little bit further. And now I should be able to plug it in.
So how do you put the water in the hose now with the?
If I have to, I can.
Can you pour the water down the
do
hole?
that.
Do what?
I can put some water into the hose right here
And then lift it up.
and then lift it up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I got the loop here so I don't lose it down the rest of the hose. I'm losing some right here, but now there should be water at the pump. I can feel it coming through now. You can hear it.
So it should be out there?
Yeah.
Let's go see. Oh, I just caught it. Wow, that's really coming out. You want to pick it up and... Wow.
I believe it said 6.2 gallons per minute. So I can see it's sucking the well dry. I'll see if I can stick it in a little bit further. Or we can try to restrict it here a little bit so it doesn't suck so much. I'm gonna play with it.
So it's recovering that quick?
Yeah.
Wow. So So you just pushed it down just a couple more inches? It looks like that might have been the... So that's what, 15 feet down?
Yeah.
That looks like it's doing pretty good. So how far did you end up having to go down? The whole 15 feet? Sounds like you hit a good spot, though.
So we're in 15 feet. That's how long the hose was. We hit water at just under 6 feet, so it was about 5.5 feet in when I hit water. So the hose is now about another 10 feet below the surface level, but it's sucking all that water out. That's why I had to go in all the way. So 6 feet below the surface of the water, 10 feet I'm sucking up. I was cavitating, consuming all that water in there, and now with it in all the way, it's not having to recover. So you can hear it's running smooth. Worst case, I could have hit 6 more feet to it if I need to.
How long can this motor run?
I had read, which seems a little weird, they say to run it for about an hour, hour and a half, and then turn it off. But it's not going to heat up in the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know why it would heat up after an hour and a half. So if it burns up, and if it's because I ran it all night, then I know why.
We have another one that didn't come in the mail. And we have another one that... Right.
But I got 2 sticks in the pond. We'll be able to see how much it moves. It should be pumping about 300 plus 360 gallons an hour. So I let it run for 8 hours. That's almost 3,000 gallons. So it's probably not much considered the size of the pond, but we'll see if it goes up at all.
All right, well, we'll take pictures tomorrow and see how it goes.
Yep, we'll fill you in. It's been 24 hours, so let's go check out the status of the pond.
Well, you can tell a little bit.
So the pump's been running for 24 hours. We didn't turn it off at all. It's still running. You can see the sticks. I had the sticks on the edge of the water. It was in the dry soil. So we're at about 2 3/4 of an inch, almost 3. Same on both. And then I added this shell here yesterday too, just to see. It was at the edge of the water, but you can see how big the shell is. So it nearly covered all the shell. Again, that was about 2 3/4 of an inch. So we did get extra water in the pond. So we're not trying to fill the pond, but we are trying to just see if we could get more water into the pond. We have fish in here, and we were worried about if this dries up, what could we do? So we know we can add some water. If it gets to be really dry, I could dig it a little bit deeper with a shovel. But for now, I mean, it raised nearly 3 inches in 24 hours. That's pretty good. Again, I'm not going to fill it. Probably need to go 2 more feet. So it'd be a lot to run that. So it's an experiment that worked. I don't know how long it would stay in here. That'd be the next test. See how long the water sticks around. So some of the other things that we could do with this, we've actually talked about quite a few things, but we could fill a black bin, like a pickle barrel. We could fill that, we could leave that in the sun, we could let it get hot. It would take, if we were to fill a 55-gallon drum, it would take about 10 minutes to fill the 55-gallon drum. We could fill an IBC tote. If we were to elevate the tote above our house, we could fill the tote once a day and then use gravity to feed a house with the water. There's a lot of possibilities. We could use this to water the garden.
We'd use it to buy our fire pit too, since all we have is the hand well.
Yeah.
So if we had a big, a bigger bonfire out here, we could make sure that instead of 5-gallon buckets, that would work.
Yep. We've been carrying 5-gallon buckets to make sure the fire's out. So we could turn this on and make sure we hose down the fire pit really good.
And this is our vacation property too. This isn't our homestead. So we're slowly but surely working on this. Start showing you guys more of that. But for right now, we're concentrating on keeping the fish alive.
Thank you. Bye.